On this episode of Infowars Newsbiz, German woman starts a 120 decibel movement. A Law and Order episode portrays an Infowars reporter being raped, and C.V. King celebrates train crashing involving Republican lawmakers. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of February the 5th, 2018, this is the first article here, and it's an article written by Chris Tomlinson. The title is called Watch. German women launch campaign highlighting increased violence against women against mass migration. There's not even migration, my dear. A group of women have launched a campaign called hashtag 120DB to lend a voice to women who have been physically or sexually attacked as a result of mass immigration policies. The group, which calls itself 110 after the sound intensity of the rape alarms, launch a video this week in which several members list the names of recent victims of violence committed by asylum seekers. The women in the video reference the recent case of a young girl named Molly who was assassinated by her former asylum-seeking boyfriend in Germany, in the German city of Kandel, as well as Maria Ladenburg, who was raped and killed allegedly by a American who lied about being underage, and 11-year-old Abi Alaklerd, who was torn in half after being struck by a lorry during the Stockholm terror attack last year. The article goes on to say that because of the immigration policies, we are soon face a majority of men who come from artistic societies with no women's rights, one of the women states, and of course that basic group calls for women in Europe to rise up into mass against and trade, promising to take action and declaring their 100DB movement as the real Me Too movement. I mean, basically, folks, the women are starting to figure this out now. And Merkel ain't gonna get rid of these guys, as the article says. I mean, she promised to get rid of at least 100,000, but she's not gonna do it. Jerk. Of course. And two, Islam is not a religion of peace. It is a religion of war, and I guess these women are starting to actually figure that out now. Also, I hope these women are also demanding to be heard as well. Because technically, that's what is going to happen. Hey, ladies, vote Merkel out. This might actually stop. But enough about that, folks. This is the second article here. It's also written by Carolyn McBreen. Sorry if I butchered your name, ma'am. Probably the wife or daughter of Darren McBreen. The title is called Shocking. Law and Order episode portrays Antifa rape of Infowars reporter. Deceptive political rhetoric more blatant than ever is the subtitle. NBC's Law and Order SVU, which stands for Special Victims Unit, aired an episode titled Infowars that slanders Trump supporters and depicts the rape of a conservative journalist by an Antifa protester. I mean, the episode was released on January 31st, begins at the fictional Hudson University, where conservative activist Maria Cabo, who is a direct knockoff of Infowars, of Infowars, Millie Weaver, is speaking to a mega hat-wearing crowd holding Pope and CNN is ISIS signs when a mob of Antifa demonstrators attacked her, cutting her speech short. After the assault, the female speaker is found in an alleyway where it is revealed an unknown assailant knocked her unconscious and raped her with the pole of a post sign. The detectives responsible for catching the perpetrator immediately began to argue over the victim's political stances and one NYPD member criticizes her desire to close down Planned Parenthood and deport the Dreamers. See what they did right there? It goes on to say that basically, when the case goes to trial, Pat is called to stand by the Antifa member lawyer, where he is asked which of the jurors in the room he'd purge from society if given a chance. He points out every majority juror, once again pushing the racist Trump supporter narrative. And here's Millie Weaver and Owen Sorrell from the War Room about that.
But the crazy thing about this episode, Millie, is it's actually an accurate depiction of what we deal with. When we go do these reports, yeah, we get spat on. We have stuff thrown at us. We get violence. We get shoved. We get pushed. We get everything. And then, like I said, it's an amazing thing. They were going to twist that and act like that's something we would set up. They even had that. The video where the guy is spitting on me, people in the comments are saying, oh my gosh, Infowars clearly set this up. People think I set up the age Skrillex. I mean, this is a joke. We don't set this up. We don't even have time to set this up.
Do they think that we set it up when my camera guy was pepper sprayed in the face at Charlottesville and I had pepper spray on me as well? I mean, this is what happens. We go out, we try to speak the truth. We try to just go out and get the coverage because I was being, very fair to both sides at Charlottesville, giving both sides an opportunity to speak, and I wasn't siding with either side. But it's kind of hard to not run to one side when you're being attacked from people on the other side. So that's essentially what happened at Charlottesville. And are we going to be attacked again? I'm sure we are. I hope nothing bad happens like we're seeing in this, but I doubt that that's the case, that that's going to happen. But it's always a possibility, and I feel like this is just meant to put fear into us and kind of make me fearful of going out and covering some of these protests.
Well, that's really what it is. I mean, our videos are so powerful that they're trying to stop us from doing it now. They're literally trying to intimidate Millie Weaver from going out on the streets and having some liberal fart on her. I mean, that's what she has to deal with. They don't want people to know how disgusting and despicable these liberals actually are. So they're trying to scare us out of going out on the street by doing this video saying, oh yeah, you're going to get raped by Antifa and then the justice system will fail you. But again, the craziest part about it is everything they depict in that episode is real.
Okay, thank you. Folks, you know what? I may not like Millie Weaver, and sure, I may not disagree with her, but I respect her. These people literally are pushing something that if this actually happens, I'm telling you, heads are gonna roll, and that's just all I'm gonna say. Oh, and for the record too, the first article I was reading, it was from Breitbart.com, which Infowars.com actually linked to, so I just want to clear that up. But anyway, onward to the last article of the day here, and it's an article written by Paul Joseph Watson. The title is called Stephen King Celebrates Train Crash Involving Republican Lawmakers. My friend Russ calls it karma. Well, let's see how much karma is left in that, my friend. Writer Stephen King has stoked controversy by appealing to welcome the train crash yesterday involving Republican lawmakers, tweeting that the accident was karma. The charter train collided with a garbage truck yesterday morning in Virginia, killing one person. The train was also carrying House and Senate Republicans to a retreat in West Virginia. No lawmakers or staff members were injured. A trainload of Republicans were on their way to a pricey retreat hit a garbage truck. My friend Russ calls it karma. Well, guess what? Here comes karma right back at you, buddy. Alternatively, after the media backlash, the author followed suit by saying, of course, sorry sorry the truck driver died. Respondents respond to outrage. This was fatally in that wreck. But yeah, laugh it up, tweets one. Where's the karma? When the van hit you, asks another, referring to a 2000 incident when King was struck by a truck, leaving him with multiple injuries, which he almost lost a leg. Wow, people. It responds like this. It's responses like this that will keep folks like me who are on the fence to pull the red lever moving forward, responds Jed Holtfield. Goes on to say later, CNN claimed to have nothing to do with the Taslin, despite Taslin describing himself as a CNN talking head. Now, and of course, here's Zach, who is a affiliate, who is a contributor to Infowars.com for his take on this.
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, this train crash in South Carolina was a false flag 100%, first and foremost. It was a false flag. This by the deep state 100%. This was the third Amtrak train attack incident since December 18th, and this latest attack was in South Carolina in Trey Gowdy's backyard. And what was the identifier on the train? It was Amtrak train 91. Pay attention to these numbers, folks. They love the numerology. They love the symbolism. How is this tied to Vegas? Where did they attack? The Route 91 Music Festival. I mean, you can't make these anomalies. They're sick. They're creepy. This happens. In Trey Gowdy's backyard, Amtrak 91 crashes out of nowhere.
And it's on the wrong track, and they admit it's all automated.
It's hacked by the deep state. It's hacked by the deep state. It's hacked by Antifa. It's all Amtrak, and they have the NTSB GO team there to investigate. They need to have the FBI there investigating, but of course they're a little too busy trying to carry out a false flag in Minneapolis as we speak, or excuse me, trying to stop one. But you know what I mean. I mean, look, this is sick. You can't have this connection. This is Amtrak train number 91. This is train 91.
And I looked it up. This is another automated track where the computers are switching. The human just watches. Since we went automated, the crashes are way up.
There's no excuse for this. These anomalies, there's just no excuse for this. And people are so sort of brainwashed, and they're so, into one team where they just cannot believe that Trump could do any good. They just go with the mainstream media.
Okay, thank you. You just heard what Zach just said, right? I mean, you probably know his voice, and you know who it is, so technically, there you go. You see what happened? This was a false flag created by the deep state, and besides, the train wasn't even on the right track, so technically speaking, they're sending a clear message. They can get them wherever they want, and take it seriously, folks. Oh, and before I sign up, I have something to say about the previous article, not this one, but the other one I was reading that the Lano episode depicts Miller being raped. I mean, basically, if anything happens to Millie, I guarantee you, we're gonna look at you, NBC. So, you need to actually stop this. And also, there needs to be a boycott of the Law and Order SVU, and Law and Order Criminal Intent. Because technically, when you start doing crap like this, you deserve a swift, quick kick in the face, folks. It's time to start boycotting you guys. Hashtag boycott Law and Order. So that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the link below or go to Infowars.com or PlansOfPad.com. There you can find hundreds of articles just like this I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News. I'm Infowars. Have a free read number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.